SEGA Saturn SHIRO.
Gotta unmute those mics first. And where's Pat? Our co-host disappeared. How's everybody doing?
Everybody.
Happy Friday.
Hey,
oh, there's a head.
Show.
There's a head.
There's a head.
He had for Saturn. He had it for Saturn, but he came back.
Maybe.
Wow.
He's
okay.
partially come back.
Rough start.
Anyway.
Happy Friday,
Dave.
everybody.
Hi,
Happy
everybody.
SHIRO show. Saturn Dave here. Dan Trax, Train Co.
Welcome.
Part of Train
Welcome.
There he is.
There he is.
I phased out for a little bit there.
Captain
a little
Hodden
bit.
is first. He must have been sitting here with his popcorn for a while to beat Wiener Bob and Tales of Saturn.
His wiener.
Jesus.
You always have to be so inappropriate. Okay, we got Moose Track, we got Wiener Bob, we got Tales of Saturn, Neil Henderson, Christian Marte, Trevor, Student is here. We got Pudgy. Thanks, Pudgy, for doing Dan's video. I saw her adjusting your camera in the beginning. Oh, and happy birthday.
Yeah, she was.
She had a birthday, right? Yes.
Yeah, she
happy
did.
birthday, Pudgy. We also have David Zaney, Tom Fum, Analog Black Sheep.
Slowcoin, Trevor.
SEGAGuys are here. Hello, James. What's up?
Tom Fung with his R33.
Yeah, Christian Marte, Bo Bales is here. Slowcoin, Double Dime. We got Dan the Mega Driver, Chronolay, Con Artist. Who else? Eric, Dragons of Saturn. Who else we got up in the house? We got Shadow Mask, Michael Freesh, and the list keeps getting longer. Scotty Mo, Faux Show, Cafe Man 2D. J-Rock 424, yo, what's up? Albert, AM25, Albert Odyssey. And that's everybody in the chat right now. 34, let's get 34 thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'm just kidding.
Tom Thumbs Up.
Tom Thumbs.
Yeah.
Let's get the
Tom Thumbs Up.
We have a jam-packed show for everybody today, so we got a lot to get to, but
lot to get to. What did you guys?
Everybody look forward to it.
What's your Saturn week been like, Dan? I heard you got something.
Yeah, I did get a Saturn pickup this week. It wasn't an anime figure for once. I got, and this may be unbelievable that I'm just getting it now. I have Nights into Dreams.
Ooh,
Oh, nice! Finally.
It's just a loose
nice.
copy of Nights, but like
Still
I
good.
mean, I've made it. I've said in chat before that like Nights isn't like my favorite game, but I think part of it is just like for a while I just didn't understand how it was supposed to be played. And so as I've kind of like learned it a little more, I guess I like it a little better. But I felt like my Saturn collection wasn't complete without having a copy of Nights. You know, it just felt kind of wrong. And they wanted $25 for a loose copy at the store we went to, but we had a 20% off birthday discount because of Bunny's birthday. So yeah, I got it for $20.
Man, you guys and your discounts. I'm jealous.
Oh yeah,
you guys really rock the
Don't
discounts.
discount them when they're discounted.
I
And I
won't
have
discount you. Dark Savior 69. How's it going?
I have one non-Saturn pickup also. I bought a grill.
Hey, you got a
grill.
Weber.
You had a
Nice.
gamer grill?
No, not a gamer grill. My old grill is like a cheapy one from Target that I got when I first bought this house like a dozen years ago, and it was falling apart. So I got a nice Jumbo Joe Premium grill.
Nice.
Which really isn't that premium. It was like $97.
Is it a charcoal?
It is much nicer.
Oh yeah, it's charcoal. Way to go.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
I was gonna ask if
Yeah,
it was propane. I was gonna ask Dave if he could make you disappear.
Yeah, there's a thing. Like I posted this in some of the Discord chats. I mean, let my friends know, and everybody's like giving me Hank Hill memes that Hank Hill would be disappointed.
Gotta get
like,
your
sorry,
propane,
I like
right?
Charcoal.
No.
Right.
Propane
Me too.
is for losers.
Yeah, no, I had like a $300 propane grill a while back. Thing was great. It like could slice and dice and julienne fries and everything. No, but the thing is, the food didn't taste that good. I was like, propane just it just sucks. And then rats took up residence inside it. So then that was it.
Oh, it's not good either.
So then we got the charcoal grill, and I've never looked back. And honestly, $100 by comparison. Like a cheap charcoal grill is all you need. You get the good charcoal. You can even do wood smoking and stuff like that, and it makes the burgers taste so much better.
Like, I mean, a charcoal grill never exploded and shot fire across my lawn and burnt my gas.
I do have one
ever.
I do have one
sounds like a story.
suggestion.
It is.
Yes.
small investment, but well worth it. What a lot of folks do is build the pyramid of charcoal and then use the lighter fluid, and that works. But you can get one of those furnaces. It's like you got the furnace. Yeah, the chimney.
I got the Weber branded chimney.
Yeah,
no less. It's the first time I've ever had one, because before with the old grill, that's what we did. We build the little pyramid of charcoal, and it wouldn't light no matter how many matches we put on it.
Well, you have to douse it in lighter fluid. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then your food tastes like lighter fluid. But if you get the chimney and you just crumple up some of the crappy newspaper, like the free rags that they put on your driveway or whatever, What do you have?
Hey, I work in a newspaper,
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the ones that are like solicitation.
You got free,
I'm talking about the ones that are like solicitation stuff, like they throw it onto your lawn with a bag of rocks or something like that. Are you not familiar with that?
I've never had that.
Oh, we've got that. We got that going on in Southern California. Yeah, so
that's fun.
I just say, hey, it's free kindling.
Sorry, last thing I'll say about this bloody grill. We got these little fire starters from Target, and it's like straw mixed with paraffin wax.
Oh yeah,
and so we put that underneath of the chimney, and man, did that work great! Like we just cannot believe those coals are ready to go, and they stayed hot, and we broke in the grill with some burgers, and they tasted amazing. So very happy with the grill.
Another secret is dryer lint. Dryer lint makes a very good starter.
That's what my parents would do, as long as it's cotton. When we go camping.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to do that. I get a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
Dan, my question is, what do you like on your burger?
I like tomatoes and onions are good, and ketchup. I don't put mustard on my burgers. That's a hot dog thing.
Right.
That's fair. I like making like the barbecue burgers. So I get like some onion rings, get some barbecue sauce.
Oh, onion rings! Wow.
For me, it's all.
Sauce would be good.
I like smash burger,
cheese, of course.
So I like doing the burger and then like smashing the patty and then getting the burger sauce, which is like ketchup, mayo, and relish and whatever. Kind of like I try to do like a In-N-Out kind of burger sauce, and then I just put the cheese on top and a bunch of like onions, like tons of grilled onions.
Cheese on our burgers. Yeah, cheeseburgers.
Caramelized onions are really good on there.
Oh, they're so good. And then I don't do any of the other stuff, tomato, lettuce, or anything. It's just like the most simplest like cheeseburger, but it tastes so good.
Yeah. Nice.
You guys put butter on your burgers? Is butter on your burgers budget or buttery? That's what I want to know. Yeah,
it's literally buttery.
It's literally buttery.
When you asked me what the toppings were, I was trying to work in a budget or buttery joke, and I just couldn't come up with one. So I'm glad you.
We haven't had one of those recently.
Yeah, budget or buttery, having a double meat cheeseburger, a triple meat cheeseburger.
Hey, Cerulean, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Did I miss anybody else? We got
for my cholesterol.
Sentinel NBA Live Bolton.
Arteries.
There's a name for you.
So what's new with you, Pat? Anything new this week?
I've just been playing this new game. It's called War of Kings. It's like if anybody's ever played like Warhammer Fantasy, imagine. Everyone that's a citizen of the UK probably knows about the old Warhammer Fantasy, like the little tabletop, it's kind of like a fantasy thing, like Lord of the Rings. Like you have like these medieval battles, you have
ogres and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just trying to put together these figurines. It's like a lot of them. So.
Oh, so this is a tabletop game too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's another tabletop game called War of Kings. It's really fun.
Okay, I haven't heard of it.
It's really fun. It's basically Warhammer Fantasy, because basically what happened is that in like 2010 or so, the game Warhammer Fantasy they stopped making it. So like for a while, it was everyone that played that game, they're like, oh, sorry, you have to get used to this new system and add a round base on everything. And everyone was like, that's fucking stupid, so we're not doing that. So a lot of people would just play Fantasy, or some of them actually went over to this new game. It's by Mantic Games called War of Kings. It's really good. Analog Galaxy, the thing that Age of Sigmar replaced, they brought it back as the old world. I'm actually looking into playing the old world too, because like they have these base equivalent to these, and I play like demons. So I have a lot of demons in Warhammer 40k, so I can just go back to that system. So I'm looking forward to playing War of Kings. It's just I bought this box and I'm just putting them together slowly, but it's like I get like maybe an hour or two each night, then I have to work out or do some workout stuff, and I'm just too tired afterwards. Yeah. So I'm just slowly going through that.
That's got a lot of demons.
Yeah, I do have a lot of demons. I love demons. They're my favorite like army in Warhammer 40k and in like the
demon dollies
fantasy stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I love demons. Demons are cool. Like my friend hates them, but I love like all the like the accursed demons, all like the all that sort of messed up stuff. It's really cool. I like it anyways, but besides that, just going through that and trying to grind Sega Rally when I can, but it's been kind of hard with trying to work out. And I've been up to working out like three times a week and running or like walking like Tuesdays and Thursdays between that. So it's been nice.
Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome. I'm jealous.
Get back into the health system.
Yeah. Well, having a girlfriend will do that. Right?
Exactly.
But no,
What about you, Dave?
I need to
What's new
follow
with
in
you?
Pat's footsteps. I've been doing some hiking and stuff like that, but I need to do more. And I got a weight
weightlifting
bench.
on, dude?
I finally did get a weight
Nice.
bench, and I got some weights, and I've been doing some of that. I just need to do more of it. Two things: more exercise and split my portions in half. Got to stop eating as much, because I have the appetite, but my body is just not going to accept it. It's
You
like,
also need to cut
I'm
down
not
on
processing that.
caffeine.
That's gonna go straight to my. It's like that's going straight to your ass or whatever.
Yeah, definitely cut the portions and then cut down on the coffee.
Yeah, that's a
Do you
hard
drink
one.
a lot of coffee?
It is. I can't blame you.
You know I do. I'm addicted. And actually,
Okay.
I had months ago, I had like a really bad stomach bug, and I fasted for like a week. I wasn't eating anything for a week because I couldn't hold down even water, right? Like it was that bad that I'd throw up water if I had it. So I wasn't having anything. And I went days after I got better. I because I hadn't drank coffee in so long, I just wasn't drinking coffee for a while. And ultimately I was like, this is it. Like this is the moment where I could just stop drinking coffee if I wanted to. But I was like, but I kind of want to be a coffee drinker. Like, because I always feel left out. Like if I'm camping, everybody's like wakes up in the morning and has their hot coffee. Or if I go to somebody's house, coffee in the morning and talk or out, my wife's not going to stop drinking coffee.
Social thing for you.
It's a comfort food, it is. And it's part of my routine, so it's like the wife has coffee out on the back porch and she watches the birds bathe in the bath or whatever. And, we get to like enjoy our backyard, but coffee is part of that. So I don't know. I was like, okay, well, to hell with this. I'm just going to start drinking coffee again. And Pat's right. I just need to moderate. But moderation is hard for me. I'm an extreme.
I mean,
I have an
get my
extreme
caffeine,
personality.
though. I have like one Coke a day when I have like lunch. Like I'll have a Coke.
Yeah.
Just because, just like one little, like I have like the Mexican Cokes, like the glass bottles, and I have like Coke Zero. So I like having it with lunch. It's a nice little caffeine thing in the middle of the day. And probably not good. Like I said, it's probably not as good for you as the coffee is, but I don't know. I just like little pick me up,
I have one cup of coffee in the morning, and then I have a can of Pepsi or some other pop soda, if you will, for lunch, and that's my caffeine for the day.
For what it's worth, I just drink black coffee, so I'm not having any extra like sugar or cream or anything like that. It's just
I need
just
some
drink
cream
black
and
coffee.
sugar in that thing, man. I can't do black coffee.
I can't. It
I
tastes
don't
like
need a whole lot, but just a little bit.
the milk tastes sour to me. Here we are talking about coffee.
Weird.
Hey,
welcome to Saturn
Dave, switch over to like the almond milk. Maybe that might be better.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Well, like I said, I don't want anything in my
that's
coffee.
fair.
I like coffee to taste like coffee. But yeah, analog gamers like caffeine is no good. And you're right. My doctor says that too. They're like, that'd be
That's
an
not
easy
exactly
way.
true.
They're like, get more sleep, stop drinking alcohol. I mean, everybody loves doing it, but I mean, if you do stop, you'll benefit from it. Stop drinking coffee. It's the simple things, and then I'm like, darn it, why did it have to be two of the things that I love? Coffee and beer. But anyway, what have I been up to? Playing a lot of Sega Rally, honestly. I'm really glad that you got I'm really glad you got Knights, because people may not realize this, but Knights is very, very much like Sega Rally. It's one of those games that has a surface level that a lot of people can kind of like dip their toe in and enjoy it, but it's a game you can spend your entire lifetime getting to know and learning better. And I mean, it's got so much depth to it, just like Sega Rally. If you ever want to like blow your mind a little bit, go on YouTube and look up Electric Striker or Knights Charlie. Either of those dudes, and I think Striker is with a Y.
The runs on there.
They're the best. In fact, I think Knights Charlie for the longest time was the best, and then Electric Striker came and just like wiped the floor with everybody. And I mean, but when you look at his runs, it's mind blowing. You're like, oh my god, like you can run it like that. Everything is connected. Everything's connected. Like nothing should be taken. nothing can be taken for granted. Item placement, it's all very deliberate and it's all connected. And if you run the level in a certain way, you can just chain everything together in like these infinite links. Our own Peter Malik is top tier. I would say he's probably maybe number 3 in the world. But these guys are literally like million-point scorers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got a lot of practicing to do on nights because I didn't even realize there were more levels after Spring Valley first section. Like,
yeah.
Christmas nights. I
was
played a
gonna
lot.
say, yeah, there's like a whole boss thing. I'm surprised.
It's like I just blew through the first sections from Spring Valley, and then it went on to section 2, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going.
You're like, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, splash.
Second section. I thought it's ended here. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much.
The whole game.
So when you play Nights for the first time and you get to the end and you beat it, I actually don't want to spoil it for you if you don't know what happens, but it's one of the most emotional moments in gaming for me.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, at the end. There is, believe it or not, there's a story, and there's a special moment that happens in the game that I don't want to spoil for you, but it actually it's very emotional, and I wonder if it'll have the same effect on you as it did on me, like the first time you experience it. But yeah, it's interesting because they actually use, it's not just like a cinematic or some cheesy thing like that. They actually use the gameplay to kind of like assist in telling the story, and it's really interesting towards the end. Analog gamers like agreed. So yeah, super special game. But I've been like just grinding Sega Rally. I got a fluke.
Grinding.
I got a like fluke personal best time with the Celica, and I can't match it again. Not even with the Celica.
Yeah.
Like. So now I've got a chip on my shoulder. I'm like, how did I get this? What was a 318 with the Celica? And I'm trying to do it with the Delta, and I know I can. I've just been having a hard time. But I'm a solid 319 with the Delta in manual transmission.
319.
That's wild.
Loving it. Yeah. Oh,
Those times are crazy. I can't even touch that in Sega Rally.
And then like Sega Rally Championship, the dude on YouTube, he's at 313. So you know, I'm way up at 319. I'm like, that's like a huge crevasse that I have to try to traverse. I don't James and I were saying we'll probably never accomplish that in our lifetime, but we can keep trying, you know.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, you're having fun.
It just takes a couple things, couple burning, you know. Once you get down, you just get to 17 and 16.
Oh, true.
I don't have, but you know.
I did a stream. I was up late the other night, and Pat came on. We chatted. I wasn't like streaming it to YouTube or anything like that, but I was streaming it to Discord, and so I had Chronolay in there chatting with me. One of our younger viewers, I think Synth, chatted with me and stuff. That was really cool. It's kind of neat to find out about some of our younger community members who are like came to Saturn through their dad or through a friend or something getting into Sega kind of.
It's kind of cool. It was a fun chat though.
Totally. Hey, Random, how's it going?
Mr.
Been listening to some of your tunes lately. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's going to get to hear a special track from Random.
I know, right? Yeah. So, well, that's enough about me in this week. Anything else, Pat or Dan, that you guys want to share?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm good. Like I said, I got massive sunburns. My head's been peeling, so I've been trying to get rid of that. But it's all good on my end. I bought some vinyl though.
What'd you get?
Somebody on Twitter was like posted about the Persona 3 Reloaded soundtrack. I was like, oh, where can I get it? And like they never put a link, so I had to like put a bunch of links. So if you guys saw me on my timeline, I was like, here's the link to get this. Here's the link to get the. Basically, it's on Amazon. It's the Persona 3 Reloaded soundtrack on vinyl. It's like pink vinyl. The whole thing's pink. It's really cool looking. It's on Amazon for 45, or I think it was like 44. And they have the Persona 3. Was it? Crap, the what's the new one? The Persona 3 Golden?
Reloaded?
Or Persona 4 Golden.
Persona 4 Golden. Oh, yeah.
A soundtrack on vinyl, and I bought that as well. Or I just bought that one, just because I like that soundtrack the best. It's one of my favorites.
You know what? I think I decided that I like them equally. When I was at Game On, Pat and I were having a debate with his roommate, and we were like, oh yeah, Persona 4 is a better soundtrack. And then of course after playing like 180 hours of Persona 5, I'm like that it grew on me so much I wouldn't say it's better, but I would definitely say that it's
up there.
It's they don't skimp on the music in those games. Like it's really a feature. It's like
it's definitely not a downgrade. Absolutely, definitely not a downgrade. Yeah, I do think Persona 4 is still my favorite one, but it's literally there's no downgrade. It's pretty much on par with Persona 4. But it literally just comes down to personal taste. Mm-hmm. I just think that I like Persona 4's soundtrack just because it's kind of more groovy, I guess, versus more jazz oriented of the Persona 5, which is ironic because I'm a big jazz fan. So it's kind of an irony on that. But just personal opinions.
Speaking of jazz. I have a song I want to sing to you guys. Happy birthday to you, Blue Moon. Happy birthday. No,
Happy birthday.
We got Blue Moon, and we've also got Pudgy Bunny. Both had birthdays. And I just want to celebrate you guys, let you know that we love you. And
they say it's your birthday.
They say it's your birthday
too, yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to look like a fool to sing you happy birthday on live air.
Remember the one time you brought a guitar and sang it to me? You need to get that for them.
I know. That was very cheesy.
It was funny. I liked it. It was cute.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, everyone's dad. Oh, yeah. We're all grounded. We're all grounded for singing happy birthday on live air.
Grounded.
All right. Well, let's get into the news. Oh, wait. Before we get into the news, we want to do the announcement thing for what's coming up in July.
Yeah,
got something real hype
up in July. Let's show it. Take that video over, Dave. Let's see.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna mute the mic so we can do this here.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, I like that.
So shouts to Double Dime for putting that together. It's Toge King, the Spirits, and Spirits too, I think, for the weekly challenge coming up in July.
Yes.
Also known as High
SHIRO
Velocity
Challenge.
Mountain Challenge.
I was joking with that when I was saying hot chocolate high velocity, but that actually does look pretty sick, so I might actually play that.
Good.
Yeah, July's gonna be fun.
I really like these games. They're super cool. They look great. The graphics are awesome. And you know what's funny is High Velocity released in the United States like a day or two after Sega Rally did. They came out at the same time, pretty much.
And they're both so different. I mean, they're both arguably good, but they're like they approach like the drifting and everything like that so differently. But both cool in their own way. In fact, Joe, Sega RPG fan, I think has an unfair advantage because he has spent like a couple weeks now on these cars. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I'm drifting like a pro here, and I'm like, great. Yeah, no, I think Double Dime too. I think because they have to try out these games and put them through their paces to make sure that they're worthy of a challenge, and that we have
figure out what the challenges will be,
and how are we going to rank it, and how are we going to keep everything fair, so
okay,
so
still. Here's the details for everybody on our community challenge. So the whole month of July, 1st to the 31st, we're going to be racing in High Velocity Mountain Racing Challenge or Toge King the Spirits, the Japanese version. Either way, it's a game developed by Cave and published by Atlas here in the US. And we're going to be doing there are going to be 6 categories, I believe. There are 3 different courses in High Velocity. So you're going to go into like time trial and race each of the courses. Those are each a category for our community challenge, and also and you can't change the tuning on your car for those. But a cool feature about High Velocity is that you can also race the tracks backward. Just when you're going through the menus and selecting them and what you want to do, you can select the I forget what it's exactly called, like clockwise or something like that. I think they call it anti-clockwise. So those are going to be separate categories where you can run each of the 3 tracks anti-clockwise, and with those you can use the tuning feature for this game for the challenge.
It's kind of cool. It's like racing uphill and downhill.
Yeah. It's sort of like, it's almost like a hard mode for the anti-clockwise version of the tracks. It's like, okay, now you have to race in a different way, and also you're tuning your car and tweaking and trying to find the best way to do it. Whereas with people who just want to play it stock, they can do the clockwise.
Everybody people in the comments are saying that they can't hear you. Still can't hear Dan. Whoa.
Yeah, have you not unmuted me?
Oh, the video in the background is playing, and it's like playing over him.
No, the video in the background, I have it as monitor off.
Can you hear me?
No, monitor off's for you. It's still playing the music in the background.
Oh crap. Okay, I thought it was completely off.
No.
Oh god. Okay.
What's going on? As I saw the video, I was like, oh no.
Mute output. Okay. Well.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Okay.
Oh, no,
OBS.
Hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you now. It just that video was playing over you. I had it on monitor off, but it should have been on mute output, and that's the video was basically playing over you.
Being quiet. All right, I guess I'll start from the beginning.
So I basically trolled you with that video.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll cut it out. We can just redo that. Sorry about that. I'll cut it out.
High Velocity, like I said, was developed by Cave.
Sorry, Dan.
And it's going. What? I don't know.
I'm sorry, Dan.
If anyone heard anything I said, I don't know how far back I'm supposed to go. All right, the categories are High Velocity has 3 different tracks, and those tracks are going to be 3 of our 6 categories for this community challenge. And with those, you cannot tune your car. You have to leave it stock.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 categories are going to be choosing to race the tracks backward, which I believe the game calls anti-clockwise. And with that, you can tune your car. So like Pat was saying he thought was cool, and I was trying to say it's sort of like a hard mode, or like he said, like racing uphill and downhill. You're trying to do the tracks both ways that the game allows you to play them. It's almost like a hard mode with this challenge in that we're allowing you to also tune your car and figure out the best settings for it when you're also trying to play the tracks, backward, anti-clockwise. Whereas if someone just wants to jump in and play a little bit, they don't want to mess around tuning their car, you can just race the tracks normal, clockwise, and you don't have to tune your car because it's not allowed for this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed.
Now, in addition to that, we also are going to be playing the sequel to High Velocity, which only came out in Japan. It was called Toge 2, or Toge King 2. And those are going to be our weekly challenges. That game also has 3 new courses. So we'll be racing on one of those courses for each week, the 2nd week, 3rd week, and 4th week of the month. We'll be racing on a different course from Toge 2. So that'll kind of switch things up. Toge 2, it's a little, from our testing, it's a little harder to drift in that game. It's some reason a little touchier about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a bit of a tougher game, but it also has nicer graphics, and it allows you to choose your different times of day and different weather conditions. We're not sure if that affects performance. We don't think so. If it does, it's very minute. It's just kind of fun options in that one. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. There are going to be prizes. There'll be 17 total prizes in our 12 contest categories, including the weekly challenges. Let me look at our super secret chat here real quick, because there is like a big prize that I'm not sure if we're going to leave as secret. Yeah, I guess we're going to hint at it. There's a
spoilers,
compete
we're
to
getting
see
you an R32.
Yeah, no, compete to see who's the king of the mountain, they want me to say. So there you go. But I guess we're not going to officially announce it yet, unless they tell me otherwise. The prizes and stuff are going to be made as usual by Moose Tracks. So thank you very much to him. He makes really awesome looking patches and hats and t-shirts too, possibly. We'll see. So yeah, I hope everybody joins us for that because High Velocity is a super fun game.
Yeah, I
don't know if you heard. Sorry, go ahead.
For the wheel thing, is it the same? Is it the same 3D controller thing where you can plug in a 3D controller, it's detected as a wheel, and you can technically use it still, or is it just like doesn't work? Period.
3D pad only on Toge 2.
Yeah.
Double Dime said. So yeah, I don't think that it works at all.
Oh, it doesn't work. Period.
Yeah,
Looks
3D
in High
controller doesn't work.
Velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it'll use the wheel, but like for some reason it doesn't like the 3D control pad. It's not like some other games where it just treats the 3D control pad as a wheel.
That's because before the 3D control pad came out, they gave what was it, internal Sega company, they gave internal Sega developers the code to be able to kind of like add that support kind of like ahead of time, and it would essentially just treat any analog device as kind of like a wheel, but because Cave is third party, it was rare. I think there was only he said there was like one company that he shared the code with that was a third party. And it was
he was like friends with or something.
That he was friends with, and I forget which one it was. It was in that interview, but anyway, yeah, it wasn't this one. So,
okay, so there you go. I guess the mouse does work in high speed, though.
Okay,
High
really?
velocity.
The mouse?
Yes, it doesn't work well.
The mouse and keyboard
work
works.
Basically impossible to control, but it does work. That was tested.
Yeah,
drifting
if you
with
just
a
want to use a
mouse.
mouse and keyboard, it works.
Yeah,
I think maybe does the stick work? I should try
Mission
it.
stick does.
Mission stick does. Somebody said I should try it with my new mission stick, and I never got around to it.
yeah.
So cool.
Joe's been on a wheel kick. He's saying highly recommend the wheel for both. Then again, he's also been using the wheel for Sega Rally, and I guess he said he got like a better time with the wheel now. So now I'm really curious. Like Joe's onto something with the wheel, but yeah.
So real quick, some of the rules for the community challenge: you have to use real Sega Saturn hardware for it. ODEs are allowed, optical drive emulators like the Satiator, the Fenrir. No emulation because games can run faster with emulation. And, they're just not quite accurate enough. You cannot use Action Replay or Pseudo Saturn cheats, of course, with this.
Obviously.
So yeah, the events are time trial or training time attack with default settings. Unless noted, like with the anti-clockwise, you can tune your car. Photographic evidence of scores is mandatory. Photo submissions should be of the overall ranking or end of race screens, accompanied by a message clearly stating the relevant event that you raced in. Video submissions are encouraged. You can submit those to speedrun.com, if you really got a good time. And to submit your score, post the photo to the SHIRO Community Challenge Discord channel. And we're gonna have a form posted in there. It's gonna be like a Google form. You have to like fill out just like a couple brief details, and that's gonna help them with like keeping track of who's got what time. That's really helping out the organizers, especially since they are going to be super busy over the next month. So this was just kind of a courtesy to them.
So that will automatically populate the leaderboard, then I take it.
I believe so.
Okay.
It's in the very least going to make it much easier for them to come up with the leaderboard each day.
Okay, sounds good.
So there you go. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody else is too. We're gonna have it's another racing game, but it's a fun one, and I don't think that a lot of people have really given High Velocity or Toge 2 much of a shot. Or if they have, they played it for a couple minutes and put it down. So we'll be able to drill down onto it, and the tracks are really fun in this game.
Should we have?
It's not Sega Rally, but
I'm just curious. Should we have a separate leaderboard for emulation? It's just the only reason I ask is because Random mentioned that yes, the one rule that single-handedly prevents me from participating in SHIRO community challenges. Emulate, because he doesn't have real hardware. I do imagine there's other folks that don't have real hardware. I'm just wondering if it's possible to have, like, if folks still want to participate, but they're clearly using an emulator, they can do like a screenshot of the actual application so that it's clearly, you can see that it's emulation.
Yeah. I mean, if you have an emulator, you can still participate. It just, it would be kept separate from the hardware scores. And I don't think we have any prizes lined up for emulator.
That's true.
participants, so that's kind of the only downer.
There you
Because
go,
I
yeah.
believe Shiro is paying for Moose Track to make all these.
That's true.
Prizes. So.
Unfortunately, because we have to be able to compare apples to apples,
double everything, double.
and it's hard when all things have to be the same basically in order to be able to.
Maybe we should do a monthly challenge where it's only on emulator.
We could. That's an idea. Only, okay, of course. I mean that might the results might vary wildly with that, depending on what emulator everybody's. Yeah, that's probably true. We'd have to pick an emulator.
We're all using BizHawk Mednafen or something, you know.
FPGA
we're all using
class one day, maybe.
Oh, actually, that's a good question.
Yeah.
If like Mister and
Mister is not original hardware.
Right.
Yeah, Mister's not original hardware.
Right.
That would not count either. But by all means, someone has a Mister.
If anything, it would probably perform less. It probably would not be as fast.
Yeah, it probably would be worse.
But isn't operating a lot differently than? Isn't Starter operating a lot differently?
Just in booting, just in like load times.
Just booting.
But once it's on, clock times would be the same, and you could do side by side tests. I'm pretty sure the Saturn is still running at a certain megahertz. Like it's not running software any faster once it boots up. But yeah, so.
We'll have to somehow send random a Saturn. I know we can't
we'll just have to randomly send him a random
Did we mention
Saturn.
this? Thank you, Random, for coming up with the music that was in that awesome Sizzle trailer there. Yeah, that was all random, everybody. So,
definitely.
Yeah, that was super cool. Thanks for coming up with that.
Random also did several banger tracks in Nick's recent Sega Rally video, which I very much enjoyed. And dude's got a gig too. I'm not gonna say where he works anyway, but he's got a professional gig. So I mean, that's how good he is. I mean, the proof is in the music, in the tunes.
Yeah,
dude is great.
We got to send you a Saturn, man. I know it's.
Chronoley said he can hook him up.
Chronoley could hook him. He could hook him up. Chronoley is just like stacked with Saturns. Like he's got Saturns everywhere. I'm sure he could.
Like as for you the community, imagine we just send Chrono over some money and just send you one out.
Mm-hmm.
Sega RPG fan said, read the manual on how to drift in high velocity rather. It's not immediately intuitive, at least it wasn't for me. Yeah, I think it is described in the manual, and if you don't have a copy of the manual, it is scanned onto segaretro.org under high velocity. They have a whole scan of it. I think it's something like when you're about to enter a corner, you like hit B and the direction, and then you let go of B and you hit A again to hit the gas. The B is the brake. I think that's the drifting gist of it. So
it's really interesting. Every developer, and even sometimes the same developer within multiple games, they have like a different take on the drifting mechanic, So you of course have like the Sega Rally drifting mechanic, which is pretty classic. We're all familiar with that. For the most part, it's a very mainstream game. You have initial D's take on it, which is incredibly punishing but rewarding when you get good at it. You have, of course, the Toge King games, which I haven't really gotten super into, but Joe was saying, you definitely feel that sense of like you're a god when you're tackling the course and drifting on every corner without hitting any guardrails. And then, of course, Genki's take on it with the highway, Tokyo Highway Challenge. Yeah, that feels good too. But again, it's all different. Like every single game kind of has their own take. Because again, the physics, it's all like kind of old mid-90s car physics and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's neat kind of coming to grips with all those different, Sega Touring Car as well, AM Annex, completely different drift mechanic, but still there. Arguably, you don't want to drift a whole lot in that game, but there are some places where you definitely
spots where you do.
You definitely do, and it's cool. So,
fun fact: toge is the Japanese word for mountain pass. It's in like a road that winds through the mountains. Yeah. So that's where the mountain racing challenge part of the high velocity mountain racing challenge title comes from. So there you go. Toge is mountain pass. And that's kind of the word that they use to describe street racing through the mountains, and it's dangerous and winding and whatnot. So
and they usually do it.
You can change the transmission on the fly. So I was imagining somebody's like mid
Oh,
drive,
yeah.
just like the guy ripping out the transmission and putting in a manual gearbox.
You choose automatic, but then if you want to override it by making gear shifts, you can, and it'll allow you to basically override, and that's a cool feature.
So it's like
it
a
is
dual
cool. I
clutch.
like
It reverts back, right? If you just don't use it.
It does.
Yeah. Okay.
If you start using the gear shifter and then you like don't for a turn or two,
Right.
then it will switch back to automatic for you.
That's very neat.
So,
that's a cool feature. Yeah. Wish
I'll
my
have to
own.
keep that in mind.
That'd be cool if it's like a constantly variable transmission or something like that. But they have, if you had an automatic, like an actual car that was like that, automatic if you're feeling lazy, but I don't, or to save gas or something, and then you could switch it into manual mode or something. But
they have something like that, like a lot of the dual clutches, like the GTR have that where it's like a dual clutch where you can have it automatic or manual. So
yeah, Saturn's pretty flush with good racing games in my opinion, and
sure is.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's an awesome. I'm hyped for that. Sorry for playing the video over Dan. I'll disappear myself now so that I'm gone.
Dave has been punished.
I'll punish myself. And then we can get on into the news. I'll bring up the browser.
Okay.
If I can find it. Okay, there we go. All right. So what do we got?
I believe we're starting with the Editor's Corner episode that came out this week.
Yes. Okay. We that's right. We talked on last show about James's fastest time. He broke his personal best like after so long. He went very fast. You got to go fast.
You do.
So for folks who don't know, I'm sure everybody here does. We had this excellent 4.5 hour documentary, very much not mini, and it was amazing. If anything, I'd like another 4.5 hours, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. Panda put aside from moves and a few like hiatuses, this like was a year in the making, and it shows. The music is phenomenal. The intro's phenomenal. The way that he tied everything together with Fujimoto and kind of tied it real rally racing into the game, and then their development of the game and everything. Really, really great stuff. And we sat down with Nick, along with the Sega guys, our bros, who are huge Sega Rally fans. As I've told you, both James and Dan love this game to death. Still playing it nearly 30 years later. And we just gushed about the game and talked to, got to kind of casually interview Nick about some of the things, regarding making the video, and also some of the research that he dug up from existing resources. Basically the Japanese consumer audience ate well when it came to information on Saturn games,
like
especially geeky stuff.
So much information.
Yeah, like they had an appetite, like kind of like we do nowadays on YouTube and stuff like that, for really niche, like geeky information, data. Like they were all about that even back then. And it's like usually when any kind of news would come over to America, it was definitely like distilled and simplified, for your average Joe or whatever. But I mean, they'd have whole shows where they would just talk about like the physics engine of a game, like Daytona or something.
That they get stuff like that, or like they had like the video CDs that came and you could watch on your Saturn of these preview. It just was insane how much like good stuff they got. Like I mean, the best we got was Tech TV and G4 back in the day, but this was like a regular thing. They had Game Center CX, they had stuff like that. Just insane. Well,
they had all
like 2000s.
Just a plethora of resources, and it wasn't all just locked to the trades and stuff like that. It was just available to the consumer public, and nowadays it exists in the form of magazines and web articles and all sorts of stuff that's basically locked behind a language barrier. But of course, Nick has contacts, and he has folks that he can reach out to, like Lacquerware. Lacquerware helped out. I know there were several other folks Sam I Am, and of course Random helping with the music for that. And getting Fujimoto to kind of talk about the rally side of it. It was just a really dense video.
I do like seeing Stika's Game Masters clips. It's always a nice treat.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. So you had the Game Master stuff. You had some bad influence stuff with Rhino on the steering wheel.
Reggie's in the chat. Hey, how's it going, my
dude?
Hey,
Radical Reggie, how's it going? Doing well. How's it going, man? Definitely great to have you with us.
I
so
like this little name thing. How do you get that? It's like
the radical one.
do you have to get a plaque for that or something? I want that name. Little gray bar with a little check mark. I want that.
That's nice.
Somebody tell me how to do that.
But I mean, so if you have, definitely go watch the video. If you're gonna do one thing, watch the video for sure. You might have to portion it out over a couple nights. Get your popcorn. But also, if you only have maybe like an hour or two, I think it was like an hour and a half. Go ahead and check out this podcast. Had a great time talking with the Sega guys, as always.
Really good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I wish I could have been on it, but unfortunately, I had
you were invited.
Circumstances.
I invited you.
Originally, I was going to, but I had that circumstance thing.
Truth is, and we talked about you, Pat. We did talk about how if there was one triumph of this, if this video had one triumph, it was the fact that it converted Pat into a Sega Rally fan. Not that you didn't like the game. It was all
worth it.
Yeah.
All 4 hours just for me. Nick did it only for me. I'm glad that he convinced me enough.
That was his main drive. Like the whole time, he's just like, I got to convert Pat into a Sega Rally fan.
That's exactly why he made it 4 hours. So if you guys want to thank him for a great documentary, thank me.
Pat has seen the light.
I'm just joking. But no,
you are working.
Video.
You're working on your times too. You're gonna unlock the Stratus and become the master.
I want to be the Strat
master.
Strat master, Stratocaster.
Right. But yeah, so check out that good stuff. And
what's going with the registry? And sorry about the confusion with bulk slash.
What's up? Okay. I think I know what he's talking about. Wait, who says confusion about bulk slash?
Oh, Reggie said that. I'm not sure what the.
Oh, there's no. So for folks who don't know, I think what was it? Chris Piper contacted me. Pipe Dreams Games contacted me about what was it? A video that Reggie and Jason were putting together about some pickups, right? And they got the magazine at Game On Expo.
Yeah.
And then they also got, I think Chris sent them a copy of Bulk Slash, right, for the translation project.
Oh, I see.
And there was just a line in there where they thought that we had something to do with the translation of Bulk Slash. Well, Dan did. Dan here.
Technically, do.
We do actually have bit parts. Pat and I have like a little voiceover cameo in there. Right. So yeah, but I mean, I don't want to take credit. I certainly don't want to take credit for having that thing made because those dudes, they worked so hard and they're so talented. But yeah, absolutely. I think that's the only confusion there is. I just want to make sure that folks know that Dantrax here, along with Greg Lacquerware, and just an entire stable, Memphis and Shadow Mask. I think
a lot of hacking. Shadow Mask did a lot.
And then all the voice actors.
All of our voice
Tom
actors.
McCabe did the guitar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's him, right?
We
Tom
did.
Jiggle 95.
Oh right, Jiggle 95. Yeah, did the music.
And his brother helped to recreate the music so we could put new English dubs to the cutscenes. So we had it was a huge effort from a bunch of people.
We did shout it in the magazine because we love these guys obviously, and we definitely wanted. So I guess we did have a hand in kind of signal boosting it. But yeah, it was definitely those. And then if that wasn't enough, then they hit another home run with the Stellar Assault. Which is another one you got to check out for sure. So both Bulk Slash and Stellar Assault, those are absolute top tier in terms of translation.
They're super cool Saturn games. So we're happy to make them more accessible to everybody.
Yeah. So Chris was messaging me. He was like, I told him to take it out, and I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's not a big deal. Just have him put something in the description that says the Bulk Slash team were responsible for it, not Shiro. And he's like, but I really want him to take it out. And I was like, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I think you're making a bigger deal of it than it really is. So
Reggie said in chat, appreciate all you guys and everyone who worked on it. People in the chat, if you haven't played Bulk Slash, it will make your toes curl. Awesome game. What a way to put it. Yeah.
It really
and shout out to Reggie. He's always like at our panels and stuff. I think he was at the game. I think he was at the game.
He was at Game On Expo. Yeah, he was. They were
he was at Game On Expo. We said hi. He was at the I think he was at both of the ones we did for for PRGE. He was at both of them. I remember him coming in the room.
Reggie,
So,
you're
nice
coming
dude.
if you I think you're gonna be at PRGE. Definitely come say hi. We're gonna be running a Sega room this year.
Saturn Lounge.
It's gonna be really awesome. We're spare no expense, as the dude from Jurassic
And
Park
we'll do
says.
some fun live stuff. So if you
We
want to hop
will.
on, do some live stuff there, it'd be kind of fun.
Oh yeah, it's
Have you
gonna
on,
be
we'll
super
just
fun.
chat. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
But yeah,
I'm
so
pumped.
definitely. There was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, moving right along.
Watch the listen to the podcast. You haven't, a really good one. Hopefully I'll be on. I'm excited for the next one. I'm gonna be on that one. So I don't know what we're doing, but we'll figure it out.
When he says that about oh yeah, the ice cream later in the movie. Double Dime got that reference. Spare no expense. I make myself laugh. Anyway, okay, so moving right along, we've got Kingdom Grand Prix, Best of Saturn.
Yep.
We talked about
Great
this game
game.
recently because it got a translation, or actually,
Right.
it had a translation buried in it.
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
Yeah, hidden
that's right. That was Bo
translation,
Bales,
but,
right?
Yeah, Bo Bales
Bo
and
Bales. Didn't
Malenko.
Malenko help out too?
Malenko. Yeah,
Yes.
Malenko. He kind of, it was both of them, I
He
think.
unearthed the English translation that was hidden within, and both figure out how to, make a patch to, make it playable for everybody. And I think then they also, didn't they clean up some typos or something with it too?
Yeah, they had two different flavors of it. You could take it with either the
Right.
fixes with the translation, or you
Yeah.
can have it with the plain translate, just the plain.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a weird
the
one,
plain one.
to
So
be
it's
honest.
interesting.
As you know, as shooters go, there's like this and Twinkle Star Sprites. Those are both like two of the weirdest, kind of most original, twists on a shooter on the Saturn.
Shmup.
We're
Yeah.
living in a great Saturn renaissance. Kingdom Grand Prix, the Japan-only shmup racing game hybrid, has been translated to English. The king has had enough decades of conflict and arranges a race to bring peace to his kingdom. You can shoot as well as speed boost as you work your way through the course-like shmup stages. Colorful, crazy, and playable in Tate mode. This is a fun rising shmup. And yeah, Pat, did you already talk about your cheating method? How you just like
Oh, I was
going?
about to bring that up. I was waiting for you to finish. But basically,
Go ahead.
here's a good way to get ahead. So
Strats.
pick Samurai, and as soon as the race starts, do your special and just cut everybody down. It's a good way just to start in first, and then
Yeah.
if anybody gets in front of you, hold your special and use it sparingly. Just use it when you need it. Try to be good at the shmup, but I usually use it if they're getting like ahead of me. It's like, no, I don't want you getting ahead of me. So
So is that
Nice.
like
Good pro
his?
tip.
That's almost like a screen clearing thing.
yeah, pretty much. It's his screen. It's his bomb equivalent. He just like
So you're
he, like,
basically
shoots
saying
the thing around.
hijack everybody. You're saying
Yeah, Shanghai everyone, kill everybody.
Shanghai everyone right at the
Murder's
beginning of the
correct
race.
answer in that game.
It works. I saw Pat stream this, and it works.
It's
Malenko-
really fun. Kingdom Grand Prix is amazing.
Malenko said in chat, and Bo also unlocked the shmup only mode, aka the shooting mode in this game. And while you're here, Malenko, I just want to say keep an eye out in the mail because I finally put something in the mail for you. So there you go.
He sent the
It's-
letter bomb.
It's in the
I
mail.
sent something. It's not a bomb. I promise it's not a bomb.
You sure it's not?
Watch out, Malenko.
Is
He's
it
Ted
not
Kaczynskiing you.
anthrax? Did you send him some anthrax?
Anthrax and Danthrax.
Take a deep whiff when you open it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
hopefully they didn't write
no.
Danthrax on the sender because usually people misinterpret that.
Yeah,
I was imagining
no.
it's like from Danthrax, and then like the D gets cut off, and it just says Anthrax.
He
And it's
sends
like,
yeah.
oh,
he sends him a body pillow with
wonder
a picture of Danthrax on it. There you go.
Oh, that'd be good.
That would be, and then
Yeah,
it's
no,
filled with anthrax.
it looks like this is.
That'll be next time. Yeah, that'll be next time. Anyway, yeah, Malenko's getting a manual to Virtua Cop. I had two of them, and he had none.
Oh,
so I was
nice.
like, hey, do you want my
He is now-
spare?
They both have now one.
I love that.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah, whenever you have like a spare manual, just pass it along.
Yeah.
Pass
Share
on
the
the,
love.
I look so
share the
small
love.
compared to Dan. Look at me.
Pat, what do they say?
so
Like,
small.
Pat, you need to sit up.
yeah, why is
I
Dan?
am.
How did
I'm
Dan get
tiny,
so
all the
big all of
working
a
out.
sudden?
I don't know.
It's that
Just-
ego.
Dan
It's
took
that ego.
Room
giant
for our
growth
eyes.
serum. There we go. Oh no, the growth serum. It has
yeah.
increased exponentially. Oh no! Ah! Ah!
Okay.
All right. I've had enough
Poor
fun.
Pat. Pat is gone. You have not had enough fun, please. We're only just getting started.
I've not had enough fun. That's true. I'm always having a little
Tell
bit
us about
more.
that sweet shirt you're wearing, Shadowmass said. It's an awesome Panzer Dragoon SHIRO shirt that you can buy from our Teespring shop. So there you go.
I feel
Get
bad.
yours today.
That's right.
I'm just shouting out the coin up, the Mars FPGA dudes. Got their little. I like their shirt. The A-Track 17, I think. Get it from me. I don't know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It was really nice of him. He sent that out to me. It's a really nice anime-looking shirt. I like it. It's got stuff on the back too, so like, it's got like cool stuff.
I completely broke the immersion.
I like that stuff on the back.
Making Dan big like that, but oh well.
Wait, we weren't all sitting on a couch.
I think
together?
Well, you'd be amazed. Every once in a while, you get like a newbie that comes in there just like, oh yeah, you guys have a really. Like... So I've had somebody say like, it's so lucky that you guys can all be there together.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, yes. That's right. We are all there together.
Yes, we totally are. We're totally not
like
3 different coasts. We'll tell you 3 different time
You're not
zones.
in a coast. You're not, okay, 3 different time zones.
What I meant. Well, next up, okay, so moving right along, we've got a Radiant article here that Dan is going to tell you all about.
Or is it gold?
Yeah, so a patch came out about a week ago for Radiant Silvergun from a big fan of arcade games. His name is Alex Trapped 15 Marshall, and he's for years now he's been hacking arcade games. I believe he's making his own shmup for the Wonder Swan of all systems. So congratulations to him. Good luck.
All 3 people are gonna have fun on that one. I'm joking.
Yes. Hey, maybe it'll increase the.
hey, there's a Mr. Core. I'll play it on it.
I like the Wonder Swan.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so Alex Marshall, I guess, took a bit of an interest in Radiant Silvergun. And at first, and he did this years ago, like 2018, but he didn't distribute it to anyone. He made a patch to change the arcade version, the STV Titan version of Radiant Silvergun, to add a couple new scoring systems. When Radiant Silvergun came out for the Xbox 360, like a decade ago or something, they added an Ikaruga scoring mode to it that kind of mimics how Ikaruga, the shmup, scores things. And so they added that to Radiant Silvergun on the Xbox 360. Of course, that's not in the original arcade version or the Saturn version of Radiant Silvergun. So Alex Marshall figured out a way to hack that in, and he also came up with his own scoring method that kind of combines the original with the Ikaruga scoring modes. He calls it a special scoring mode. And so as of about a year ago, he started working on trying to not just like get it working better on the arcade version, because he still hadn't published it publicly yet, but also transplant that over to the Saturn version. And not only that, but there was a special gameplay mode in the arcade version of Radiant Silvergun that wasn't in the Saturn one, that gets activated when you set the arcade to overseas mode. When you do that, then you stop having 6 different weapons on 6 different buttons like you normally do in Radiant Silvergun.
Yeah, that's really weird it does that.
Yeah, it's a 2-button mode. It's like they thought people overseas being people outside Japan. Yeah, like we couldn't handle all 6, weapons. So it's like you get reduced to 3 weapons. 2 of them are on 2 different buttons, and if you press both buttons at once, you get the sword, I believe. So that would be your 3rd weapon.
Yeah, I think I know why. I think I might have a
insight.
So insight. So basically, a lot of the arcades, like if you go like to the arcades, a lot of the the generic cabs where you throw the board in, a lot of them just have a couple buttons. A lot of them only have 2 buttons. Like, I think the actually official Titan, like the arcade system that it came on, like the arcade console was only like 4 or so buttons.
Okay.
So I think maybe because of that they might, because the things in America, if it's not a fighter, if it's not like a fighting game, there's usually like 4 buttons. But in Japan, you can actually swap the buttons out per the board, and a lot of them just keep the 6 buttons on there. So that's they max out on that. So a lot of the shmups do that, or like they'll have like 4 buttons on the thing. So I don't know. I believe it's maybe just like the button count, or maybe it might be a stupidization. That's just my theory.
You know what? That's actually a really good point. I didn't think about that. I think that might be it. I think you're onto something.
takes
But
takes
anyway,
an arcade buff to know something like that, right?
Yeah, really.
Pat knows a thing or two.
Alex Marshall, I guess, thought that it would be fun to put that overseas 2-button mode into the Saturn version just for fun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So he has this patch is up on his website, which we have a link to from our story on our website, SEGASaturnShiro.com.
Yeah, I showed it off a little bit.
Like, okay, daifukat.su/hacks.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. Go to our website. We've got a link.
Yeah, there's a link.
The patch is and I put my story. I won't go over all of it, but Private Eye in the SHIRO Discord server, who did make his own little patch for Radiant Silvergun that removed the constantly blinking press start text on the screen. He entered that into the Sega Extreme contest. Well, he I guess checked out this patch and wrote up some detailed notes on the 3 different scoring systems. I mean, he probably already knew about Radiant and Ikaruga, but then he kind of mentions what the special system is. Like I said, it's kind of a mix between the two. And he gives the control scheme for the 2-shot on a Saturn pad, the 2-shot mode.
Cool.
Now Alex Marshall added all this stuff to the Option Plus menu in Radiant Silvergun, and his patch also automatically unlocks the Option Plus menu. So you can you have it right from the start. You have the other Option Plus things in there too, like stage select and game speed and some other little helper options. But he added 2 more for these 2 things that he added, the score type and the shot count. So it seems like it was a lot of effort. Unfortunately, Alex doesn't seem to have known that there are things like Sega Saturn Patcher from Night of Dragon, because he wrote on his blog that due to the lack of a real system for distributing CD image patches that only change files on the ISO 9660 file system, he came up with a different idea where his patch is actually distributed through a batch file, and you drag and drop your Radiant Silvergun Q file onto the batch file, and it will do its thing and spit out like a modified track 1, which is the data track, and a modified Q file. But it'll keep all the other tracks, which are like the music, the audio tracks for Radiant Silvergun. It'll leave those alone, so they're going to be named differently. I don't know if that's going to affect any emulators or ODEs. I think this does run on Satiator. I didn't try it for myself, but I think somebody said in Discord that it worked. I did try it out on I did try it out on SSF just for funsies, because I was on my laptop and that's the emulator I have it in there. It did run. So yeah, I don't know, maybe this is much ado about nothing and it'll be fine. But I thought that was a little weird that like it names the files differently when it patches them.
Yeah, one of the cool
very cool patch.
Yeah, the one thing that I did like that you mentioned the bottoms that he originally made some similar to that for the Atari STV board, like the ROM card on there.
The STV Titan. Yeah,
we burn the EEPROM and you can get the arcade version of the Ikaruga and the special scoring mode. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool when they have like little patches. I don't know. I'm a big sucker for the arcade stuff like that. So
his big thing is arcades. So really, the Saturn thing's like the first Saturn thing he's ever done, as far as I can tell. His website has a lot of other hacks for other games, including like Battle Garega stuck out to me, the arcade version. He did some stuff with that. So like it doesn't surprise me that he did something for the arcade version of Radiant Silvergun here. Like I said, he had started that patch way back in 2018, and he just finally finished it up and added that along with the Saturn version, and it all comes downloaded at once. Yeah, he's got instructions on his website for burning that to an EEPROM and getting that onto your arcade board. So it is kind of neat.
This is making me want to launch my arcade stuff. I haven't played some arcades in a hot minute, so I think I might boot up some arcades later.
And nice. I gotta hard agree with Chronolay says that the composer, that the soundtrack is fantastic on Radiant Silvergun, and it is, and it's amazing because there's 2 different versions. There's the STV version, which is quite good, and then there's also the Saturn version, which is I guess you could say like arranged, but it's also really good. Hitoshi Sakimoto, he did Sokyu Gurentai, he did Final Fantasy 12. He did a really great soundtrack for Genesis shooter called Veritex, which is also really good. So guys should definitely check it out. Great music.
Also, its soundtrack is also on vinyl too.
Oh yeah.
By Data Disc. So if you guys,
I believe they even did an orchestral version. Like they there is out there. I don't know if it's on that vinyl, but so there were 3 versions in existence because they actually got a Japanese orchestra philharmonic to like do to perform the soundtrack for
cool.
Radiant Silvergun. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure what version it's on there. I think it might be the arcade version, if I had to take a guess. I could be wrong, but yeah, the oh no, there's 2 discs. So the first disc is Hitachi Miu's the first original composition. The second one focuses on the Sega Saturn versions. Yeah. So I guess technically is 2 versions. Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
It's double-sided with both of them. So
both the STV and that's awesome. And they're both really good. I almost can't decide which one I like better because Return, it has like kind of 2 different flavors depending on which one. They're both really good. Gauntlet, Devilish, yeah. Oh my gosh, so good. The only composer that I think outdoes Sakimoto in my book is Hideaki Kobayashi, who did Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online is like top tier chef's kiss, but I mean, I don't know, it's so close. And then of course you've got Daytona. Why is the name?
Mitsuyoshi.
Yep, Mitsuyoshi. Takanobu Mitsuyoshi. Yeah. Oh, what now?
Sayori Kobayashi from the Pan's Dragoon soundtrack.
Oh, Sayori Kobayashi. Yep. And then also Yuzo Koshiro. And good lord, there's so many good.
I mean, there's Koji Kondo as well. I mean,
that's true.
We're doing Nintendo, but I mean.
Koji Kondo. Who? Yeah, no. I mean, arguably one of the best. But yeah, so anyway. We got off on a tangent there. Good stuff.
Yeah, we did. Radiant Silvergun. There you go.
But it's just so good. The music, the music is so good. I refreshed the website, but nothing new shows up. So was there another article or something like that?
Wait,
was there one that was the one that Shadow Mask was doing? Are we doing that?
No.
Okay, we're saving that.
We're moving on to our announcement.
Got it.
I think Shadow Mask's story is going to be next week. So.
Well, that's good because then we can give it plenty of time.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Okay, cool.
He's still cooking.
Oh, Richard Jacques. Yeah, Richard Jakes. You can't rule him out. Yeah.
There's so many good composers. Man.
And Saturn has so much good music on it.
And I have no idea if there's even an image.
And the Konami team as well. I forgot what their name was. Konami Koki.
Don't know who this Kondo guy is.
Okay, refresh the page, Dave.
Marie Kondo.
We're live.
What is it? All right, we're live. So we have a guest with us in the chat. We have a guest with a guest with us in the voice chat here. So we're gonna make an announcement here. I'm not refreshing yet, but and how do I even start? If you guys don't know who the SEGAGuys are, you definitely should check them out. Not only
you should probably watch our previous shows because they've been on hundreds of times. So.
Not only
they were here last week, and I have to say, I wasn't on here last week. I'm back this week, and my seat smells strangely like fish and chips.
Is that right?
Can anybody explain that to me?
Well, you had 2 Brits. You had basically 2 Brits sharing your spot on the couch.
That would be why then, wouldn't it? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so not only are they great content creators and do awesome Sega content, and are huge Sega fans, real Sega fans. They're not fake Sega fans. They're the real deal. but they're also great guys too. And we've gotten to know them over time, and they've just supported the hell out of SHIRO, and both financially and morally, and just singing our praises, sharing everything that we do, writing articles on our website, joining us on podcasts with Nick and with Pat and with even Sega Lord X on there. You could easily say that the relationship we have with them goes beyond just like a working relationship with another content creator, where we just kind of collab every once in a while, to us, they're like brothers, and it's great too, because I always get to ask Dan and James questions about like the UK perspective, what it's like.
That first podcast you did with them, in the first Editor's Corner, that you did with them, that was a really, I've listened, that was really good. The whole story with his uncle and stuff.
Absolutely,
that's still one of my favorite podcasts.
It was great, and I mean, it doesn't stop there because they're always willing to help. They're always willing to contribute. just whatever we
Unfortunately,
need.
we're done with them now. Cut out.
We wanted to announce that we're cutting ties with the Sega guys. We I just can't. No,
they've done too much.
we've invited them to come into the fold and be part of SHIRO Media Group. So I guess it's official. They are SHIROs now. They're still the Sega guys. Nothing changes there. Their content is still going to be the great Sega guys content that you know and love. There's not going to be any immediate huge changes to our content. It's not like the world's ending, but we gave them keys to the house. They're over here so often. I was just like,
we're just let's go to Home Depot and get I don't know what the equivalent is in the UK. Do you guys have I guess
SHIRO
Asta or something?
Yeah.
Did they do keys over in Asta? I don't know.
James, did you want to speak for yourself? Do you have anything to say for yourself?
You can refresh the website, by the way, Dave.
Oh, I can refresh it. That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not responsible for the smelling Dan's feet. By the way, I had no fish and chips last week, so that's not me.
Fair enough.
What about some toad in the hole?
Well, no.
Or some bangers and mash. I'm just
Pat to
kidding.
do his impression. That's all we need. That's
Right.
it. He's Australian British impression.
Yeah, so we've got the sky's the limit for what we can do together as a family. You're going to continue to have Sega Guys content roll on, but I mean, we're sharing audiences in a way, and I mean, they've already been sharing. You guys have already been sharing early access to your stuff with our insiders and vice versa. So, but yeah, I mean, it's like
a good idea to get the early access. I didn't even think of that. It's like now we can probably spread it between split it between us, where it's like we can just do it on both ways. So that's I'm gonna stop now.
Back in April 2020, the earliest days of the global pandemic, fate brought together two veteran UK gamers and Sega fans on Twitter. I'm not going to read this whole thing, James, but you guys had a podcast.
Wrote it out nicely.
Well, you can read
it. I ain't reading this.
It is long.
No, I want to read it. I just don't want to be reciting it as he wrote it. James wrote up a nice article about our kind of friendship and the stuff that we've been doing, going all the way back. Here's the one that we did with Pat, and we've had multiple. If you guys multiple, I guess, Marvel v Capcom. It's been Sega Guys v SHIRO, where
Except we don't have a bad installment, unlike Infinite, which was the worst game I've ever played in my life.
That's right. I need to do what now? Read it in a Pilkey accent.
Yeah, the first part was basically a little kind of background into how we came about and where we started, and then obviously kind of moving on to the work that we've done together. And then Dan added his kind of side of the, his feelings and thoughts on it as well. So there's there's both of us on there giving our perspectives on kind of the journey we've been on. And as you said, it's like we've kind of supported each other last maybe 18 months since we kind of went onto YouTube and stuff like that, and it's quite funny. It's like I still remember, and Dave, you and I joke about this quite a lot. It's like I remember I reached out back in our infancy to kind of do some collab stuff, and we never heard anything back. And I'm like, looking back at it, I'm like, you probably thought, who's this guy, man? He's like, is this these people?
Not at all. Not at all. No, actually, that's my greatest. I've told James that's my greatest regret. My greatest regret was not moving on collaborating with them sooner, and it was just because it was at a time when I was having Junie. I was having a new baby myself. I was really kind of out of it. I was very busy, and that can often be a bad excuse. I'm just real busy. I can't. But the truth is, you guys were super nice from the beginning. No, both Pat and I, full disclosure, thought these are real nice guys. We need to hook up and do something collaborative with them. And it just didn't happen for so long. I think a year or 2 years went by, and it didn't happen.
It didn't help that I was also editing all the podcasts and stuff. So it's literally, it's like we had enough energy to get one podcast out maybe a month or every other month.
But yeah, once we did finally, do our first collab, and I had you guys on, like, I think we just kind of hit it off. Like, I realized, wow, these guys are like kind of like my UK brothers, you know, and it was immediate. There was immediate chemistry, you know. We're very like-minded. We love a lot of the same games. We have a lot of the same opinions, be they, I don't know, hot takes or whatnot. But like, I just love your guys' content, but also just really like you guys. I think you guys are great, and you definitely represent what SHIRO is all about, which is community, love for the Saturn and Sega in general, and just pushing that out. And
speaking of love, thank you, Malika, for the $3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome aboard, boys.
Welcome aboard, boys. And yeah, so again, like, we're not assimilating the Sega guys. I want that to be clear. I want folks to understand that really this is more like they're
collab,
kind of like Nick, you know, because Nick Panda does his own thing too, but he's part of SHIRO Media Group, and we're able to work together collaboratively in an official sense. And it's not just they're not just the Sega guys to me anymore. They're also my SHIRO brothers, you know. So
exactly,
yeah,
and we'll be doing stuff with them. They'll be doing stuff with us. It's kind of like with Panda, how we're in his videos doing the voiceover stuff. I imagine they'll have us over doing podcasts or stuff like that. So it's gonna be like a both ways sort of thing, which I like. I love.
And if we have an opportunity, if we have like an opportunity, door opens where we're able to interview somebody really important, you know, I'm gonna make sure that they get roped into that, you know, so that they have that opportunity as well, and we're
also
all a part of it.
Thank you, Blue Moon, for the $5. Malenko is grounded.
Yeah, I actually will be. I'm pretty seriously, like 90%, I believe, planning on a trip to the UK in May. My wife is kind of we're in the planning phases, but it sounds like we're going to do like a couple days in London, then we're going to drive to Glasgow. We're actually going to do Glasgow for like a couple days, and we're going to drive to Edinburgh because she has a friend there. Oh, she also has a friend in Shropshire, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure, but we're going to be driving around. We don't mind. We like road trips. So yeah, but I think we're going to land in London. Still trying to plan it, but it sounds like late May is what it is. So I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe we can go to Arcade Club.
Too. I don't know.
That would be great, Pat, if you could. I mean, like, I don't want to put you on the
on the hook. Like I said, I would like I said, just let me know what the plan. The thing is that we'll do some stuff separately. So I want to do my own stuff. Like, I want to go to Warhammer World. I want to check out some of the other stuff. So I'm not gonna.
You're going
how someone started gaming.
Oh yeah, England would be your mecca.
Well, Pat's going to Germany. Pat, it's official, right, Pat?
Yeah,
you're going to Germany.
I'm going to be in Germany, August 19th through the 26th in
Gamescom.
At Gamescom. So cool. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I will not do any accents there because I don't want to get shivved. So.
Tom.
I don't trust people not taking my jokes.
Absolutely. Like, sorry, Pat. I didn't mean to Tom was saying if you land in London, I think it's amazing that you're going to Gamescom. I'm jealous, but it wasn't going to be me.
Could be there with me.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think I could manage that much time off, and also it'd be expensive for both of us to go. So. You actually speak German, so it makes so much more sense, right? You're going to see a bunch of cool folks and hopefully get to rep SHIRO pretty hard.
I'd like to do a day like at the actual games, the Gamescom, like the game event, like the E3 event. It'd be cool because I did E3, so it'd be the second big one. I just need to do Tokyo Game Show. Let's make that happen, people. Let me do Tokyo Game Show. I'll do 3 for 3. Let's do it.
I definitely hope
E3, so I
hope you're able to see Memphis when you're there, maybe.
He's gonna be there.
He's gonna be there. Okay, awesome. Him and Xenos are gonna be there. Awesome. Yeah, and John Linneman will be there. So. I know that you should be able to see John and Audi. They're both going to be there.
I was actually talking about potentially doing something there, but it's in the works.
You should. Yeah, you should.
You're the first here.
Like an unofficial little podcast or something.
Yeah, I mean, or maybe like a panel thing. That'd be kind of fun.
Definitely. So to Tom, who was saying if I land in London, yes, absolutely. On the docket is I want to meet, the Sega guys. Potentially the old crew from the Saturn junkyard, like Simon and John and a bunch of those dudes. I think Brian Vines is now in Nottingham. He's in Nottingham. Yeah. So I mean, there's like I'll put out some.
Did did you meet him before in person? I can't remember.
He came to my house, actually. Yeah, he came to my house like a week before we recorded that podcast on the Dreamcast Junkyard, and we just talked,
cool.
and it was cool. He was saying that he was like in the middle of moving to Nottingham, so
yeah, because he was here a couple times for the him and what's his name, Derek A-Team. We've done some stuff, so I wasn't sure.
That's right.
And I wasn't sure if we saw him at PRGE. Didn't we see him there? I could have
yes, we saw him at the Saturn Lounge. That's right. He came.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember, but yeah, the point is that I'd definitely be down. I probably don't have any vacation days at that point, but I'll probably just work from home. So I'll work like at the night, and then in the morning I'll go and do stuff. So, or I'll figure something out, because like it's like almost a 12-hour difference. So
yeah,
I'll probably do that equivalent, and that way I can do that. I do stuff at work at night, and then in the morning we can go around do fun stuff. Tom Fum stuff. But yeah, like I said, I would be down for like an arcade day. I would definitely like to look around the UK a little bit.
Yeah,
see what's good.
So I mean that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. I'll give folks more information when it's like set in stone and we've bought our plane tickets. But I know we're looking at late May because they're cheap right now. There's like they're discounted. But yeah, so definitely SEGA guys.
Welcome to the SEGA guys.
Welcome to
SHIRO.
the SHIRO Media Guys.
We're now the SEGA guys. Dan, Dave, change all our signage.
Oh my god!
Many SEGA guys.
That means I have to cover Master System, and that's a huge. That is a huge blind
Parrish
spot
is back
for me.
On doing videos on Master
I know.
System, so,
yeah, I saw that.
Said he's going to get me in some Skylines. So yes, Tom Fun, if you can get me to an R32 GTR, I will give you every single SHIRO Inside Status forever for free. Like if you make me drive it, like I'll make you a SHIRO straight up. I'm just joking.
Actually, probably not.
When I was doing a Sega Rally stream on a Saturn day, and I spoke to somebody in our community, and now I feel terrible because I can't remember their name. Their handle was like basically a Master System game. I can't remember what it was,
Zillion?
Lord Zillion. Yeah, they're a huge Master System fan, and it was
fan.
And a huge Zillion fan. Yeah, no, so it was educational, to be able to talk to somebody knowledgeable about the Master System. Of course, I know Dan and James know a lot more about it and have done some good content on the Master System. So yeah, that's one console I really do gotta spring
honestly,
for it and
get
get
the
one.
SSG on. He is a Master System junkie.
Is he?
Yeah,
we need to get him on just in general. Like it's been so long. It's been so long since he's.
I'll give him a phone call. I'll see what we can go. We can do.
Yeah, give Sam a phone call.
I'll reach out. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
I can scoot over.
He's been
Clearly, this
dude.
couch holds 4 people, as we found last week. So
James is about to get real busy. I know.
Don't worry, Dave. You can sit on Dan. You can sit on my lap.
You've loaded he's loaded the content pipeline with right, James. You've loaded the content pipeline as much as you can.
Yeah, there's I think 3 or 4 podcasts in there. Dan's got like 2 or 3 solo videos, and I think I've got 3 or 4 solo videos. So yeah, new baby arrives on Monday. My wife is in the hospital on Monday, so baby
hoping
number 2
for the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
cheers, guys. So
James's baby is joining SHIRO. That's right. She can be the new mascot. You can put a little blue hedgehog uniform.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. We've got a mascot now. Perfect. There we go.
There you go.
But no, put your baby in a Knight's outfit.
Yeah.
That'd be
that
might work.
Cute little
Nighty Nights into dreams.
Yeah.
Nighty Nights.
90 nights.
So it's all loaded up nicely. So I'll probably be out of action for 6 to 8 weeks. So there's enough there that should cover us. But in the event that Dan needs a partner to step up and take my place in the seat until I return, then that's another advantage of being part of the extended SHIRO family, is that we can now look in-house, as we call it now, and we can you guys can step in and help out, and it's not like we have to go out and try and find people in the community to maybe step in. We can just turn to you guys, and it kind of now stays within the family, so to speak. So it's all good. It's all covered.
I'm down.
That's why I think I was quite keen as well. Whenever Dave, you mentioned it, whenever we were talking to you guys, a few weeks ago, and that's why whenever we kind of went away and Dan and I spoke about it, with what's coming up, kind of personally, it was kind of important to get that put in place, and I knew that if anything was kind of going to keep me delayed a bit longer, that Dan had that extra kind of support there, from you guys to kind of step in if needed. So it's all worked out great. I really appreciate, obviously, I know Dan's the same as well, that you guys kind of extended that offer, and I know we've collaborated an awful lot, since that first Editor's Corner. But this now makes it a bit more kind of official as to what the role is. As you said, nothing that we do will change. There's no change of creative control or ownership or anything like that. It's more about just kind of formalising the kind of working relationship that both the brands.
It's an act of solidarity. It's a gesture of our appreciation of you guys, but it's also kind of a blank check for the future. Who knows? But it's like you guys aren't just the Sega guys to us. You're family. You're part of the inner circle, and so it's like there's a lot of potential for stuff that we could do together. And of course you guys are going to continue to write content for the site and stuff as you put together scripts and stuff for your videos and stuff, and we'll do streams together, and we'll do all sorts of cool stuff, and hopefully the rising tides will just help both of our unify our audiences, because again, I always say this and I sound like a broken record, but SHIRO is primarily about community. I mean, we are a content creators, I don't know, but the thing is, we're also a community. SHIRO is like I guess you could say, it represents the Sega Saturn fan community, is what exactly. I think of us as one. And so we just really love Sega, and we love Saturn, and maybe you guys can get Dan Thrax on to talk about some of those cool cool dub projects. Yes, I think that's probably one of those next up, and then have Pat on for like a Dreamcast. That'd be amazing. But,
hey, you could have me on for a podcast about Phantasy Star Online too. I can talk all day about that.
or Fighting Vipers. He could go on about Fighting
Vipers, yeah.
Or
it's better. Or talk Warhammer with all the Warhammer games from Sega.
That's true.
You guys have made Warhammer.
Total War, Warhammer.
You know what you should do, Pat? I think
Space Hulk.
I think you guys should have to play Space Hulk, which is a punishingly difficult game. But I think you should have to play Space Hulk and then do a podcast about it, reviewing it in hindsight. And that would be, I would listen to that. I'd be, and you, of course, you could talk about the whole universe and how it, what is its place, but that'd be cool.
Space Hulk is an interesting storyline.
Yeah,
it's kind of, and then the whole all the races and the space marine stuff. I'm sure people will love Warhammer after they realize how convoluted and crazy it is.
Absolutely. By the way, hi Frog Bowl. I didn't mean to not acknowledge you when you got here. Hey Frog Bowl. He sent me he shared an image in DM. Oh, don't worry, it wasn't a dick pic. It was but it was a cool. It was
a dick pic.
There's something. I'm not allowed to share it. I'm not at liberty to share it. But
we're gonna get banned from YouTube. It's that bad.
Exciting. This guy is always working hard. He's always doing stuff. I didn't mean that to sound bad.
It's bad, but funny.
So I think we're wrapping up, but I did want to mention real quick, because I didn't have time to write a story about it. Maybe I will for next week, but I just want to mention that the next Saturn tribute game has been, and it was announced this week. It's actually a pair of games. It's Wolf Fang and Skull Fang, a pair of Data East shmups, I believe, that were on the Saturn. And it's going to be Saturn Tribute Boosted, which means that they're going to be adding some extra little features to it. It's not just going to be a straight up presentation of the original games.
Right.
From City Connection, and it's going to come out in Japan at least on October 31st this year. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. I still need to pick up Assault Suit Lanos on the Switch. I got it on Steam, but
I got it on Steam.
I wonder if it's going to be translated like the other ones are for the boosted.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't mentioned anything about an English release yet, so we're
nobody's cracked that yet.
It's well,
maybe one day.
What can you do? Yeah, maybe one day. It's just cool that it's available at all. The Lanos 2 translation. which we still don't have a physical release from. That's supposed to come from that Clear River Games. I don't know if they're going to handle a physical release for this one too. I think they did finally acknowledge that they officially that they are going to do a physical release. They were like strangely mum about it for months. And they finally tweeted like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that like they're going to be doing it, and they put out like a little trailer about it, but I don't think they said when it's going to come out. So yeah, not too many details yet on that.
Yeah,
anyway, that's all I got.
I'd be definitely down to try them out. I love supporting them just because it means more Saturn stuff. So
yeah,
I wish they translate that dating the
Sushi Pie Mahjong games.
I wish they translated that. I would have.
That'd probably be a lot, but it would be a lot to translate. But yeah, that would have been fun.
Probably small payoff, to be honest.
Not a lot of Mahjong fans in the U.S., although I think the Yakuza games have probably increased the number of people who know how to play Mahjong by like threefold.
Fair. I need to really play that.
They do teach you how to play Mahjong in those games.
You know what? Now I'm in a Warhammer mood. I'm going to be playing some Total War Warhammer 3 tonight. So if you guys have me on Steam or Discord, you'll be seeing me play it. Also, we are now black squares. We've been censored.
Oh,
yeah.
crap.
We're naked now. We're just
awesome.
naked. We just got naked there for that half second.
Oh, no.
Well, I tried. I was gonna show. Frogwall said I could show that teased image, but I can't do it and not have you guys go black square. So we'll work it into an article for next week, maybe.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do what you need to do, Dave.
Do what I need to do. No, it's okay. We could probably like write up an article or something like that on the progress.
Skymo mentioned ESRB was confirmed on Panzer Dragoon Remake 2.
Wait, was it? Now I saw the ESRB has rated House of the Dead Remake 2, House of the Dead 2 Remake from Forever Entertainment, but I hadn't heard about the.
Apparently, Skymo said that the Remake 2 got ESRB confirmed.
Is breaking news?
Oh no, sorry, he meant House of the Dead 2.
He meant House of the Dead 2. Man,
okay.
You just got my hopes up, man. You.
Just joking. I love you, man. Thank you for. He was my wheelman for the Summer Games Fest. So it's all good. You're forgiven. All is forgiven, Sky. But House of the Dead 2 remake. I think that's my favorite House of the Dead 2. So I'm gonna be hecka playing that.
I'm plugging the Shadow Mass VHS stream. I don't know if he's doing one tonight.
Shadow, let us know. What are you doing a VHS stream? Maybe some Disney, maybe something that can get you banned.
Yeah. Also, Frogwell, PM me the Star Wars too. I want to know all those juicy details.
Yeah.
Or maybe Dave can tell me.
Banned though.
Yeah.
Dave will probably tell me off stream, but yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, baby. Lincoln promo. So he is gonna. So like, how does Disney feel about that? Like, I don't.
What they don't know.
What they don't know doesn't hurt. Okay, that's
there actually is an
fair.
answer. So basically, Disney did. When Disney said that, the insiders pretty much said, yeah, Disney does not touch the Star Wars stuff, the fan stuff, or like they do with the other stuff.
Okay.
Because they realized that there's a huge culture of the fan stuff, and if they turn on them, it's going to be worse than what they've been doing with the awful movies. So like, they need to not piss off the fans. So they do actually don't go after fans for like.
They officially let people do what they want.
Good. Okay. Well, awesome. Yeah. So he's now. Which version is this?
Like Nintendo.
Is this like the Fox Home Video or CBS? I can't remember which one. This is the old.
I think he has a VHS release from, I want to say, the late 80s.
Yeah, so it's going to probably be the uncut versions then.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, when we watched Star Wars last week or whatever, Han definitely shot first. So
he didn't move his head like digitally, where it's like his head just like
digitally,
just like
jerk his head. No,
jerk his
it's
head.
the CBS
So
Fox. So I was right on both. Yeah, CBS Fox Hi-Fi stereo release. Letterboxed or pan and scan.
Letterboxed or pan.
It's the good version. It is the widescreen edition as it was meant to be.
Thank God. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay,
that's good. That's good. I was worried that it was going to be the pan and scans, but
very
that
nice.
Works.
Very nice. My glasses are fogging up here. It's so hot.
He was crying.
The Star Wars is just, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the whole SEGAGuys thing made him really emotional.
I know,
right? Yeah, we should probably wrap it up so Dave doesn't die in his hot garage.
I know, right?
You got pizza to eat. I got General Tso's chicken.
I do.
That's,
I gotta work out.
Right now. It smells really good.
Yeah, actually, I gotta heat up the house with the oven because I got the like take and bake pizzas. So I'm an
Okay.
idiot, but I didn't want to pay $40 for pizza this time. So
Guns, yeah.
doing the
40
take
bucks
and
for a
bake thing.
pizza? What?
For 2 pizzas. Like a
Two
pizza
pizzas,
here is
okay.
about $20, and you're gonna anytime I do pizza out, it's at least like $40. So I wanted to just save money and do take and
I
bake.
did have
so.
Mott's pizza today. That was pretty good. I like Mott
Anyway,
pizza. Pretty good. Pizza.
Great show, good times. Happy to have Sega
Thanks for watching,
Guys,
everybody.
part of SHIRO. Love you guys, and everybody that's been watching, all 56 of you right now. Thanks
Thank you
for
guys.
thanks for sticking with us, and definitely check out Shadow Mask's VHS stream. It's gonna be awesome.
Let's read off those.
Let's read off those patrons. Yes. Hold on a
Patreones.
second. Patreones. Let's see here.
Rowan Dink's in the chat. Cool. I don't see him
Nice.
talking very
Say
often.
Rowan.
I hope
Rowan, talk in the chat more often. I like you. Please.
I
All right.
bleed the 90s. Long
Yeah,
live
okay.
Saturn. Yeah.
So thank you to everybody who supports us financially through Patreon, and for those that support us at the $10 and up level, thank you extra, I guess. I'm gonna read your names right now on the show. A Murder of Crows, Blue Moon 95, happy birthday, dude. Casual Seth,
Happy birthday.
Cerulean, Chris Piper. Trust me, bro, it's not that big of a deal with the Radical Reggie thing. Chris 1997XX, Daniel
Wait,
Fredrickson.
What the heck?
He'll get it. I mean, he was the one that was messaging me about the whole Radical Reggie confusion.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I was like, sorry about that. I missed it. I was putting in the comment.
Daniel Fredrickson, David Zaney, Derek Pasquarella A-Team, Emerald Nova, Fat Drunk Friend Otaku, Gem Clash or Rank, Ian Keg, Jay Hersey, Johannes Fetz, Lion Wing Publishing, Memphis, Normal Guy, Nutrageous, Robert Ramsey, Rowan Dinked, Sega Steve, Stone Man, the Sega Guys, Wafflekins, and Jung Money Rhythm. Jung Money Sweet.
Young Money Sweet. Young Money Rhythm Sweet.
Jung Rhythm
Heck
Sweet.
yeah.
We love you guys.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
much for supporting us, helping Pat go to Gamescom and all the other cool stuff. And thanks to everybody who
Saturn
supports
love.
us at all. Like, we really appreciate you guys. Join our Discord. If you can't support us financially, as I always say, just join our Discord and be, participate. There's fun stuff going on. Thanks. A huge thanks to Gregory, Rasputin, and Double Dime, and Sega RPG fan Joe for kind of putting together this awesome event, and Zayden and Moose.
Thank you, Bo, for modding the Duke Nukem Forever controls.
Oh yeah, and thanks to Bo for making.
We still have some seats left. For
I
the
mean,
online
honestly,
Duke Nukem Forever.
thanks to
10
Bo
people
for
join it.
making
We have like 10
Saturn.
seats.
Being a Saturn fan is so exciting with Bo because he's just always
it is.
giving us new little
Comes up with
things,
cool stuff.
little
And
treats.
of course, our new dudes, the Sega guys, our new partners.
And the Sega Guys, of
Yes.
course, as always. Love them.
The
Watch their,
marriage certificates will be in the mail.
Sub to their content for sure. Support them if you can. They do have YouTube membership, and it's very reasonable. I think theirs is like $5.99, something like that. Am I right,
There's like
James?
$3. There's like $3 for us.
Okay, well, I think they have different tiers, right?
Okay,
No?
I don't know. James is the master.
I know that it's
We're
super
not siphoning
reasonable.
his funds yet. That's next year we're gonna start siphoning his funds.
Yeah, we're gonna get the bank account number. No, I'm just kidding. James, what's your membership?
Now, Dave, that's it. Foot's in the door, and then the terms change. That's it.
What? Anyway, sub to Sega Guys for sure, who are now part of SHIRO, and show them some
Because we might
love
be
and
there. We might
support.
be on a couple of stuff. Well, we will be on a couple of things. We just don't know when, but
Yeah, for sure.
you get more of us, which is good. But
And
you get
then-
also more of them on here, so it's like
Yep.
it's a win-win.
Win-win.
Until next time, this has been Saturn Dave,
And Danthrax.
Brainoko,
reminding you and James the Segaholic, and
James Segaholic, yep.
Dan the Mega Driver in the chat here, reminding you that you must play your Sega Saturn,
You must.
and we'll see you on the
See you
Sega
Hero
side. We'll see you on the
See you on the
See ya.
gun side.
later.
Bye.
セガサターンシロ